Hello friends and neighbors, welcome to Living Beautifully. Well, if you saw my last video, I did a short garden tour, and now I'm just going through some of my beds and doing some regular maintenance, as well as some harvest. You can see in these photos that I'm posting right here the progression of the garden over the last few months, and you can see how much everything has grown and how it has turned into, a small little garden to basically an overflowing jungle. So I think that it's fun to see how much things can change just over a few weeks. Well, I'm going to be doing just some regular kind of cleanup and pruning, as well as doing some harvest and just letting you guys know how the garden is doing. So I hope you'll join me today. All right, now I'm just going to kind of go through each bed and just do some maintenance and harvest. Like I said, I'm going to cut away some of these diseased branches, just try to help decrease the likelihood of it spreading to the rest of the plant. I'm also going to spray again. Seems like it's just on this side. And normally you don't prune determinate tomatoes at all. These are determinate. You can think of it as bush versus vine. You don't really prune your bushing tomatoes unless you've got some disease that you want to deal with, which is the case right now. I'm just pruning. I'm not trying to prune all of it away. Like if it's just a little bit, I'm just trying to prune off the really bad branches. So I've gone back and forth on whether I want to pick some of these while they're green or wait for them to turn red. It takes so long for them to turn red. But I don't know. Like, there's a lot. Here, I'm gonna show you. There are a lot of peppers on this plant. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peppers, 6 peppers, and probably about 3 of them are good size, but I kind of want to wait until a lot of them are red peppers. But at the same time, I don't want to wait until they're red peppers. Oh, that's the lilac. Oh, come see, come see. I forgot, this is the lilac bell pepper. Let me show it to you. Okay, do y'all see? Can you see? The lilac bell pepper down in there. Right. I don't think that I have much that I need to do in this bed. But let's just
take a look, evaluate, make sure we're not missing anything. Like I said, I will probably add some fertilizer. I really need to add fertilizer to all of my beds. I usually try to add something like every 2 weeks. I have not added anything to any of the beds for probably maybe a month. The carrots are sizing up nicely. Let me pull a couple of those, at least enough to where they aren't blocking the view. They're kind of trying to, these are short and stubby. This one looks like it'll be a good size. Let's pull this. Yep, and I was right. Let's do one more. Goodness, doesn't want to come out. The leaves are all tangled up. Okay, I think I pulled some more accidentally. Okay, so we've got a few carrots. I may make myself pull the onions today. Yeah, I should probably pull the onions. Let's see, let's get some more tomatoes and check these. I think that since I have, oh, don't drop on the rocks. I think since I have, my tomatoes are starting to ripen and come in, I think I will do like some tomato preservation stuff. May take y'all along for that. I am by no means, I repeat, by no means an expert, but I'm more than happy to take you along on the journey. Do I want to pull this one? I think I'm gonna leave that one for just a little bit, just another day or two. I think that's all I see right now. Yeah. So there are also a lot of peppers on here. Well, this is disappointing. This is the first pepper that kind of started turning red and it fell off the plant and started rotting. That's frustrating. I think I'm gonna let myself clip this one. All right, let's look at the tomatoes. Do zucchini first or beans? I'll do zucchini first. All right. Sometimes the easiest way to harvest a zucchini is just to twist it. There we go. This is our second zucchini. Yeah. And hopefully much more will start rolling in. Let's get this beautiful yellow one. not twisting very well. I may need to go to the other side. Golden zucchini. And just an update from the mothball water short. I feel like it has helped a ton. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. I'm not gonna jinx myself. But a lot of these female flowers just haven't been properly pollinated, and I haven't really seen a whole lot of bees this year. I've seen a lot of wasps, but not really bees. And you know, wasps don't do as good of a job pollinating as bees do. And also, this very first zucchini that you see right here, it was not taken out by the squash vine borer. It was taken out by powdery mildew. And I probably could have like sprayed it and babied it and maybe saved it, but it was the only plant that was affected at that time, and I didn't want it spreading to the other squash plants, and so I just sacrificed it for the greater good of humanity and my belly. Don't see any beans on this. This is actually a volunteer Asian long bean or noodle bean, asparagus bean, whatever name you want to call it. Let's pick some of these bush beans. I'm pulling some of these pole beans. Just gonna mix them in with the bush beans I pulled because they'll both be for fresh eating. You know, this is the ideal market bean. I feel like it's been less than ideal. Hasn't really produced as much as I personally feel like it should have. Look at all these cayennes that are just waiting. They are just waiting for me to pick them. Now it looks like this one has a lot of baby ones. Here's a few. That's all I see. Oh, there's one more. That's all I see for right now. But this one, it looks like it has some baby ones that will come eventually. And then let's see what this last trellis has. I don't know what's the deal with these that turn purple. Like, are they still good? I don't know. This is because there are a few of these down here that are purple. I have to look up the ideal market bean and see if it's common for some of the pods to turn purple. Not bad. And then these beans along this edge, I can't remember. It's not good, but it's true. I don't remember. That's why you should always label. And then the last thing that I'm probably going to pick today, but I'm going to wait until I'm ready to do it. So I'm going to cut down some of the chives, and I'm also going to harvest some basil and put that in the freeze dryer to preserve those. Here is our harvest for today. We've got our first few zucchini. We've got some tomatoes, some green beans, carrots, a bell pepper. It's a nice little harvest. Well, friends and neighbors, it is hot. I've been out here for maybe 35-ish, maybe 40 minutes. That's about all I've got in me. And I've done most of what I wanted to do. I am going to harvest these chamomile flowers because there are hundreds, and I love chamomile tea. I just like to wait until right before I'm about to go inside so they don't get all wilty. I said I was going to harvest the onions, but man, it's hot. It is hot. I still tend the garden in June in the mornings or evenings. But just full disclosure, in July and August, it is survival of the fittest out here. I mean, I really don't do much at all. I put in my heat-loving crops and I say just survive. And I will come out here and I will turn the water on and then I will turn it off, and I will harvest periodically, and that is pretty much the extent of my gardening in July and August. It is just too hot. I mean, it's what, 10:30? 11:30. And I mean, it is hot, guys. It's hot. So that is all I have for you today. I may or may not pull the onions. If I do pull the onions, I will record it. But I just don't know. I don't know, friends and neighbors. We'll see.